I believe that every person who gets a 3D printer, after he's got it set up and done some very basic prints, the next thing he looks at is what tools can I print to help me in my shop to improve my workflow. And so today I want to talk about 5 tools that I use in our shop down here that have improved our workflow. So let's get started. So when I started looking around for tools that could help in the workflow down here, there's a multitude of things you can choose from, and we've tried a good amount of tools to help us out down here. But I have 5 tools that we're using, some that we've been using for a while or to help our setup, and some new ones that we're using that I think there's going to help us in a multitude of different ways. So I want to look at those right now. We'll start with our bigger ones and work down to some of the smaller ones. So without further ado, here's the first one. The first tool I want to talk about is a stand for our A1 printer. And this is the one we've had for the longest time, and we found it very useful. So if you look, when you get your A1, this part would be sitting on the table. So it's very low profile. And it's all, for me at least, it was a little bit inconvenient. So we found this file to build a stand for the A1 to put it on. Now this is a paid file, and with this and all the other ones that I'll be showing during the video today, there'll be links to them down in the comments. But the nice thing about this one is that in addition to raising it up so you're sitting higher, is it also has the drawers under it so you can keep things like, you know, the hot ends and other tools you need. But also you have your poop chute there that goes into the bucket right under it. So it makes for an easy container on this. Again, this is one that I think helps us because it makes it easier and more convenient to work with the A1. The second one, and I talked about this in a couple of videos ago that we were printing this, was this AMS tower. So we have our 2 P1S printers with the AMS tower in there. And what this allows us to do is that these are on casters, which allows easy access to all the filaments to get them and to do what work we need. It also has a section for keeping our build plates together, and also a drawer down in the bottom, which really we're just using kind of to raise this up higher. But the one reason we like this is that functionally it keeps everything organized in here. But also if you look at it on the back, we can set this up such that we have AMS to each one of the printers, or in the case right now, which we're doing a 6-color print for my grandson, is that we can just easily hook up the printers to operate on one of the P1Ss. And then we can use the filament dryer, which we have on top, and hook that right into the other printer. So this gives us good workflow. So if we want to do a print that involves more than 4 colors, we're not having to start moving things around. We just unplug and put both of them in there, and it allows us to do more than a 6-color print. More than a 4-color print. The third tool that I want to talk about is a a spool rewinder. Now can be a few reasons for having one. For example, if you've got uh, a spool which has just a little bit of filament left and you want to combine it with another one, you can take a tool such as a splicer, such as this one from Sunlu, put them together and spool them onto the same roll. Another reason we found is, so if you look at the different brands of filament, Sunlu comes on a plastic spool like this. Bamboo comes on a plastic spool like this. But there are still a number of them that use the cardboard rolls. Like this one's Overture. Elegoo, which we use a lot, also comes on a bamboo, comes on a cardboard spool. And the problem with, sometimes they have problems in the AMS rolling around. For example, you can see on this one, when it was vacuum sealed and pressed, you get some deformation of the spool. So you can switch this over, because we have plenty of Sunlu type spools, so we just transfer it over to make it easier to use. Now I know that that Sunlu and Bamboo have replacement rolls that you can fit on, and Elegoo does now start to have a replacement roll, so you don't need to do this process. But I don't think it's on all the colors. There's still quite a number of colors that are not. So this is a good reason to have a spool holder. So let me show you how that works. So this is the spool rewinder that we've settled upon. I know there are many different types. We've tried some of them. I know you can get some that you can hook up to an electric drill to make it easier, but this is a simple design, seems to be decent construction, and it works for us. So just let me show you how it works real quick. You have these adjustment tools that you just screw into the spool. Get them down tight. And then you put the spindle through it to attach it. And you have the clip on the other end, set that in. And then you just take the spool here, the filament, put it through the tube. And all we do to attach it is just some basic painter's tape to make sure it stays on the first few rounds of the roll. And then we just start going. It has posts on the bottom that you can attach it if you want to, but it's fairly easy to hold down. For if you've got a brand new roll, this could take a little bit longer, but it is not that hard to do. Coming down to the end of it. Make sure it doesn't get too far away from me in the process here. Comes through the end. I just put the clip back on like I had before for now and pull it out. Then you got your new roll. Nothing to it, very easy. The fourth tool is a small one, but it's very important. It's a clip or some other mechanism to hold the end of the filament on the spool. And we've gone through a number of them, and we've settled on 3 different types to use. The first one is just a basic clip that sits on the edge of the spool like this one. It just slides on, and then you just snap the filament in there, and it works pretty decently. The problem is, after you've used these for a while, they start to open up. And so all we do when we get to that point is we just heat it up and kind of squish it again and continue to use it. So that's the first type. The second one we use for that we found for sunloo spools is just this little piece right here that fits into these holes along the side. So you see it right here, it just snaps in there, and then you have the holder for the end of the spool. And again, I haven't seen any problem with it interfering with the operations in the EMS. And the last one for the bamboo, it just snaps. Again, you got the little holes here. This one snaps into these little holes and secures the filament like that. Like I said, it's a small thing, but it's very important. There's many times where we've got it's gotten away from us and the spool starts to unravel. So that's an important tool that we use here in the shop. So the last tool I want to talk about is more of a system that we just found, and it's relatively new and we're just working our way through it, but I think it's going to be very useful. And what it is you're just creating filament swatches that you can put with the spools that you have in storage to know what type they are. For example, as if you look here, we have indications on some. Again, I still have a lot to do, but all it is a simple swatch that you print out with the type of filament you're using. For example, this is a brown one specifically. It has a little segment over here on the right, tells you the thickness, so you can get an idea. And then there's, along with these swatches that you can print, there's a program which you can print out identification cards for each of these spools. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. But what you do is you end up printing out a sheet of a card for each type of filament that you have. So for example, you take one of those sheets, take it for a color, and put it on. And as you see on here, it tells you the type of filament, the brand. It gives you some indications of printing with it, and it also gives you a QR code that you can use for other information that you can keep on the system, which I'll show on the computer. The other part that comes with it is the little holder like this. And these swatches just connect right onto the holder. You just snap them on, just like this one here. So there you have the swatch on the holder. And then what you do, it just snaps onto the roll, as you see here, and sits there. And so you have easy indication of what type of filament you have. You got a sample of what the color will look like, which doesn't always match on the roll. Now these are meant to fit with the sunloo and the bamboo. Some of these others, it's not quite as good a fit, but it still works. And then we have some of these smaller ones, which I'd still have to design a holder for it. But what you can also do is make a holder on your AMS units, so you can see what type of filament. So when you take it out of the storage and put it in there, you put the roll in, and then you put the holder right with it. So now you have an indication of what type. And I see we still have more to do. We're still in the first stages of this, but I think it's a good system for keeping track of what type of filament we have. As of right now, I haven't found a holder. Again, we have our AMS light on attachment on top, so there's no easy way to do it for that. So we still have to design it for the A1. But I think this will be a good system to help us keep track of the filament as we move forward. So let's take a look at the program that comes with it. This is the program that goes with the filament swatches. It's 3D Filament Profiles. And it seems to be a fairly good site. I'm sure there's other methods of doing this, but so what you have is you have your workspace. I have my spools, and these are all the ones that I put in. I'll show you how to put them in just a moment, but it has all the information on the spool. Um, you can input multiple spools like this one. I should have just inputted as two of the same. You can keep track of the amount of filament used. I'm not sure we're going to do that. But the other thing was when you go over here, you click on this and you get a QR code. And so all I did was copy this code and put it onto a 1 by 1 inch, 1 by 1.5 inch label. I can put the link to the labels I use for that. And it prints out that information to go on the filament swatch. But the way you enter, you can, I haven't added new locations. You can do that if you want. I don't know. I think that's a lot of work to do that. You can look at the colors you have based on the type of filament. But the way you add new ones is you go to a filament list here. You choose the brand. There's some of the brands here, but you can also select, and it has a extremely large amount of brands listed. So for example, if we go to Elegoo and I have a PLA, you can see the ones here. You can narrow the search by doing PLA or PLA Plus or PLA Pro, and this is where you have to look at what you got. Is it a basic PLA Plus? Is it a PLA Plus high speed, a matte? There's so many different. So you have to look at the type you want, and you just go over here to add and add the spool, and it'll add it into your my spools list up here. And then again, I went in and printed the QR code to put them on. So we are just getting used to using this, but this seems to be something then you can export this as a spreadsheet that you can then go down and check to make sure you have. But you can keep track of all the filaments you have, and it seems to be a pretty good site, and that's what we're trying to use now. So that's my list of the five tools that we use in the shop here that I thought were of interest. Again, I'm sure everyone has their own ones they use, but these are just to give you some ideas of some of the different things we do here in our shop. So I'm Rick. This is my channel on looking for challenges in retirement. So stay tuned with me as I try to find new challenges. And if you found any of it useful, please hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend. So until next time, take care. Thank you.